All right,
Okay.
let's get going.
Let's go started. The meeting of South San Francisco Parking Place Commission for Tuesday, September 14, 2021 at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. will please come to order. Roll call, please.
Sure thing. Chair Abarca,
Here.
Vice Chair Monzon,
Here.
and Commissioner Malfatti.
Here.
All right.
Okay. Are there any changes to the order of the agenda?
Any changes, folks? All right.
No.
None?
No.
Okay, no changes.
Mhm.
Now, are there any public comments?
As of 5 p.m. today, the Park and Place Commission has not received any emails or phone calls regarding any public comment on items tonight.
Okay. Approval of the regular meeting minutes of August 10, 2021. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Items from the staff?
Actually, let's just by a hand signal approved by the commission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Approved.
Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, there we go. All right.
Okay. Items from the staff?
Yes. Let me just switch over to. Let me double check. Adina, you in?
Hi,
You okay?
sorry,
Yeah.
so sorry about that. I'm here.
No worries.
Oh, shoot, my camera doesn't work.
It's okay.
Wait. Maybe it does.
Commissioners, can you see the screen right now? Yeah.
Yes.
Does it need to be bigger? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
better.
Better.
yeah. So we just went through. So we are blowing by the months. We are now in September. So you know, like it's exactly what we've been predicting. There's only like slight changes to our parking meter revenue. Same with our entire parking district fund balance. I believe we said like 2.4 million. There isn't a monthly variation in that based on our discussions with our finance team. So that remains about the same. So last in July, we had about like 75,500 for parking meter transactions, including garage like meters. And this month, oh, sorry, there's a typo there. It's supposed to be for August. So for August, it's just a slight increase on an extra 200 or so transactions. So we're up to 75,799 transactions, both in cash and credit card transactions per meter or per pole. Total revenue, interestingly enough, went down by about 300. So we're down to 59,229 compared to 59,555 between July and August. Again, same kind of, and we can't really pinpoint to why there is a decrease, except that you know, again, this is like we're in the fall, school is starting, maybe there's just less people like around at this time, or trips are more concentrated to their, you know, your usual activities like schools and things like that. So yeah, so we're down about $300 on the total parking meter revenue. Again, no change in the credit card versus cash. People are still mostly using cash at our meters rather than credit cards. So again, 52 to about 48%. And then showing you the average per, like also the breakdown between like credit cards and cash. On average, we take about $52 in cash transactions and $48 by credit card. So that totals to, in August, it's a little weird because it's we had a $300 decrease in total revenue, but we per meter or per pole, we saw our revenues increase by like about $2. So now we've reached that $100 mark that we've been kind of leading up to since the start of the beginning of the year. So, you know, we'll see what happens in this September, like for the rest of this month, obviously, and we'll report back when that time comes. So open it up for questions there.
Can you email us this when you have a chance, please? Or this, yeah. And you said that that we have 4 millions, as the finance department said that we have on the bank for.
No, 2.4 million.
Okay. Can that be included on this spreadsheet in the future?
We'll try, just because this is that is a different reporting system that we don't have access to normally. So we rely on the reporting from our finance team for that. So we'll ask for some kind of printout from them, and that's what I was alluding to with earlier to Dana and Jolene, that you know, our finance team doesn't typically come to these like meetings to, you know, like explain our you know, like fund balances and things like that. And they normally do respond more to public records requests. So that may be something that we would pursue instead of these kind of reports, because that way you get it directly. So, but it's something we'll ask them about again. But if we can include that report here, we'll package that up for you too.
I have another question, but I'll wait until somebody else has maybe another question.
Okay.
Chris, if you had to guess, how much would one parking meter bring in during a day, 8 hours, approximately ballpark figure?
So we did some, with the help of our Public Works Deputy Director, Dave Bachhaus, back when we started the outdoor dining program. We calculated the average per meter per month. So on average, one parking meter, this was, of course, this pre-pandemic,
Right.
took in about $73 per meter per month. So that's sort of like we're like pre-pandemic levels. What we're seeing here is, yeah, like, you know, on 1 month increments again, and then averaged out, right? It's about like, it's roughly the same, because we did start from like really low, like 50s and 60s per month. So right now we're averaging $100 per month, like at least between July and August. So it varies a little bit, but for our purposes, what we've seen is like this increase, right? So yeah, but a safe number to use, like an annual pre-pandemic, it was $73 per month per meter.
This is like $3 a day?
Pardon me, I'm not doing I don't do the math on
Yeah.
that.
The reason I had,
No, 100 divided 30 is like a 330. Only $3.30 per day.
No, I don't think that's true.
and I imagine the location would make a difference as well. But I
Mhm.
was just trying to get a ballpark figure in my head, wondering like if it would infringe on the city's income too much to put a space in front of like Cafe 382 or really busy restaurants that do a lot of to-go traffic.
Mhm.
If it would impact the city financially at all to put like a 10-minute or 15-minute parking there, or even a free parking meter but they'd have to have like a DoorDash symbol or something on their car to pick up an order. I didn't know what you thought about that, Chris, as a possibility.
No, that's totally a possibility. If that's something that the commission wants to explore further, we'll get some examples of how other cities might have done it. I believe like the way we've done it for short-term limited term parking spaces is that we would, I believe Public Works would demarcate the space with like green paint. So it'd be a green zone, time limited to like 15 minutes. But I believe we've done like less than that for other uses. Like there are like white zones that we've put in that's meant to be like 5 minutes loading, unloading. But again, like, a lot of those pickup drop off for Uber Eats and pickup takeout really has been like they had signs specific to that pole or that meter. So it's something we could also come up with if that's something we want to pursue.
I would love to see that, because like I say, Cafe 382, I attempted to pick something up. It took me a good 15 minutes if I didn't want to walk for many blocks. And just the number of cars double parking and people jumping out of the double parked car and running into Cafe 382. And it just, I just was hoping that we could identify busy restaurants like the Cafe 382 to offer them a limited parking spot. That would be great.
Yep.
It'd be great for the business, but great for the community as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look into it.
I have a question. There is the alley between the US Bank. I don't know what is now on the other side. What we are doing with it, can we turn temporary for some temporary parking, like even,
Right,
like
the parking lot for the former US Bank.
no,
right
no, no,
next
no,
to
no. I
Cafe
don't mean
382?
it. This one too. But on the other side, it's like
There's a
I don't know what is it like. Still they are building there something, but there is not like a outside restaurant or nothing. It's like a long time closed or not used.
Is it the breezeway? Like it goes between Grand and then backs up to like the Miller Avenue garage?
Yeah,
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the part that's like it's like
the breezeway
screened
with
off.
there's a screening with
Yeah.
the green leaf thing. Yeah. And so, sorry, what was the suggestion for that space?
Like at least temporary. No, I am not suggesting all the time, but like a temporary for 2-3 cars, like a jump, pick up something, go back. Is it possible to do something there?
To park in
Or
the
is it too
breezeway?
sidewalk, or the sidewalk is too high to the car can?
Yeah, I don't think there's a curb cut there.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, there is no curb
I don't
side
think
there.
there is.
Yeah.
I don't think there is.
Maybe from the back, I'm not sure, but in the front, I think is
The
not a
front
driveway.
is I don't think it is. I mean, we can double check, but if I'm remembering correctly, it's just a regular curb, right? On that area in front of like both the breezeway and there's that like screened area too.
Yeah, because there is the screen like a 2-3 years already. Nothing is going there.
Right. And that is a city property, like that breezeway itself. So it's not something that's identified or available for development at this point, so that we don't, that breezeway stays a breezeway.
Because it's the city one, like can we put like a 2-3 spot for the parking, like a temporary?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can check with our public works team and see, but if there's no curb cut there, it's not like we would allow people to get on the sidewalk and then drive into it.
Yeah,
so.
because you said that the US Bank, it's probably not.
That one's private property, so we're not we can't make decisions for them. Yeah.
Just to add, the US Bank is potentially going to be the community sports center coming up, right?
Yeah,
so that
the resource.
will be probably
Yeah, it'll be the
that.
resource center, the community resource center. That's correct.
And just to tag on that, I recall having, I think another business on the 300 block had that DoorDash, I'm sorry, option already. If I'm not mistaken, the Chinese restaurant, is that correct or not?
Right, the Grand Palace, is it?
Yes.
Right. We set up their outdoor dining to take up the 2 spaces. They have like green spaces, so there are no actual meters there. Yeah, so if we were to pursue like time limited, pickup drop off spaces, we would do it at meters instead. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're correct.
Oh, I see. They don't have meters.
Nope.
What Commissioner Manfred is suggesting is being time, so they have more
Turnover.
More turnover.
Yes,
I
sir.
see. I think that'd be probably good for everybody. Yeah.
Mhm.
Double parking and trying to run in the cafe, and it's kind of a congested area around there and kind of dangerous in a sense.
And just to kind of give you an insight on like transportation, like planning wise, the way we have Grand Avenue set up with like the 2 lanes and then the angled parking actually creates a much more generous visual. Like there's a false visual because technically there is no place to double park, because but because people think there is, because of the angled parking spaces, there's a little bit of like 3-4 feet there. People think like, oh, I can just double park here behind the parked cars and then run in, but actually they're blocking the basically half of the thing. And and unfortunately, like right now that's a concern for enforcement. So we've been constantly letting our police department, our parking enforcement folks know, hey, like especially at the busy times, you have to keep an eye out, because that has been kind of an issue as well. Is that I think we haven't heard from Samtrans complaining about it because of blocking the bus, but like it's always going to be an issue when they do. So
It's so tempting to want to pull into that driveway to the bank that's roped off, and I'm thinking, oh, I can't do that because the parking commissioner can't get a ticket for bad parking, right? So I just keep going around the block. But it's so tempting just to pull in there to run pick up your order.
right.
Oh gosh, but I'll be good. Follow the law.
I would like to have another question. I actually have 2 questions. On the 400 project, on 400 Linden and Lux, and this side probably will go to the traffic commission as well, but it also, I think, concerns to the meters. We have meters on that block. I haven't recalled, I don't know if you recall, did that project came to this commission and ask us to just jump into the street and block it, the meters, because they look like they went to the street and it's creating a lot of dangerous zone. The pedestrians cannot use that, and there's very little signage. And we haven't had any awarenesses, at least here, neither on the community. One. Question number 2 is, I'm really concerned about the revenue. I don't want to suggest to make a big deal, but I think we need to be a good stewards of this. You remind us before that we are here for these meters. So we appreciate that we can talk a little bit things related to it, to the commission. But I think I would kindly ask again we actually look very seriously to the revenue. As we all here, we are stewards of our economy at home. Such this thing is also important. I'm very concerned that we only have 2 million. I'm in the Parking Place Commission at least 3 or 4 years. We've been having studying to have about $1 million a year. So I don't know where we are spending the money. I would like to be very, like I said, a good steward of our checking account. I'm not pretending to do the financial department job at all, but I think as vigilant commissioners for the income that is coming and how it's distributed is very important. And after we're going to be affected, we are here as a commissioners, as a community members. So I'm trying to avoid, I'm trying to be mindful to avoid future issues that we may encounter in the community. If we don't have enough budget to build a second building garage, because eventually it's going to happen, we're going to be paying more on our taxes. We're going to be letting the project to a third party, and we will not have no revenue like we're here talking tonight. So I'm just very concerned to have only 2 million on the balance and how that money was being usage towards the maintenance, because as you remember, I've been asking for the lot 13, if that could be paved, could be improved. So I don't know where we're spending the money. I haven't seen that huge improvements. Instead, we're just, such as the 400 Linden, they're just moving towards the meters. I'd like to be a little bit more depth into this one. I would really appreciate it that we make it every month an update. And I don't know how much I can stress that it's very, very critical that this checking account sounds as it comes in, because if we're just spending without having no control of it, it doesn't make sense for us to be, being good stewards here. I hope it makes sense, my point. I'm just really puzzled, and it needs to be, and if you cannot put it on this spreadsheet, we will ask, at least I would ask, to have the financial department to come and visit us here and have a better explanation how that is distributed and where, because if it's, I'm just wondering.
Okay. We'll take note of that and then pass that on to our finance department. Yeah, and we'll see what we can do.
And the other question, the 400 Linden.
So that one, I'm kind of not aware of the project. Is there an actual project out in 400 Linden and Lux?
Yes, there is the ROEM project.
Rome, okay.
The Rome, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they just moved into the street. So dangerous, meters out, and I don't have any information about it. So the neighbors are asking what happened here. First of all, it's traffic and dangerous. 2, no request to our department here. But typically, somebody asks for meters to be, removed or do something,
No, we'll check on that with our public works folks, and yeah, we'll flag that. Vice Chair Monzon.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, comments?
Nope, I have none.
Ready?
I'm good.
Okay. Can I adjourn?
Sure.
Okay, the meeting is now adjourned at 5:28 p.m.
Okay, great. We'll see you in the next one.
I'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.